Good morning, friends, and welcome and happy Guru Purnima. Let's start with a prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, great masters, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswar Ji, beloved Master, Paramhansa Yogananda Ji, saints of all religions, we bow at thy feet. O great masters, we dedicate our lives to thee. We bow at thy feet again and again with deep gratitude, love, and devotion on this sacred day of Guru Purnima and always. Be with us now and forever. Om Shanti, Shanti. Let's listen to a song by Swamiji, O Master, and then an excerpt from a talk by him. Welcome again, friends.
Master, may thy joy fill our days. O Master, may thy wisdom guide our ways. The time has come for us to see that there's but one reality upon the earth and high above, the truth that all was made from love. A love that calls to us to fly above the hills, above the sky, above the storms, above the pain, a land where peace and laughter reign. O Master, may thy joy fill our days. O Master, may thy wisdom guide our ways. Guide all our hopes and all our dreams, past every glow that only seems, into the light, the inner sun, into the truth that we're all one. Help us to find in every hour, in every thought, in every flower, the joy that spans eternity, the truth that makes us ever free. O Master, may thy joy fill our days. O thy wisdom guide our way.
Radiant smile and that joyful expression, those things are lovely, and stories about his life are beautiful. But the thing that I always felt about Master was something inward. I've often seen around great masters that there's always sort of a front row of disciples looking at him and sort of noticing every time he smiles, and oh, he talked to this person today, and oh, he smiled at that one, and they're always trying to get him to look at them and smile at them. And I always wanted to sort of be in the back of the room and close my eyes. I don't know whether that's the right attitude. I just felt that that's what I wanted to do, because my desire was to commune with him in my soul. I didn't want to think that that's where he is. He's here. And my relation with him was always rather a silent one. he would talk somehow, even though I did this, he would always try to get my attention and talk to me in the crowd. And I would always think, why, it must be because I'm less spiritual and these other people can close their eyes and meditate and he won't let me do it. But I know now that it's because he wanted me to be trained for an outward mission and to carry his message through books and writing and so on, as he told me later that he wanted me to do. But that inward contact is what our real relationship was. It was not so outward. I didn't have a lot of questions to ask him. I didn't feel comfortable with that because I always felt that he's this great light. That light is what is with us today. The body's gone, but that light is there now. That light is in this room. That presence is in this room. I can feel it. I think you can too. And that presence is in your hearts. And it's in the hearts of devotees who are in tune with him. People make a great mistake if they think they can go straight to him without having anything to do with disciples. Because this is a torch that's passed on from generation to generation. It's kept alive by disciples, by the line of disciples, just as it's kept alive by the line of gurus. You have that mission, each one of you, to be instruments, to carry that light into others. That's why we've called this the expanding light. Because as more people come and tune into that light and carry that light out into the world, the darkness of materialism will vanish, and the light of God that's been brought into the world again by this great line of masters will bring mankind back to those values which we have lost sight of in this age. As the Bhagavad Gita says, whenever darkness increases and virtue declines, I incarnate in this world as an avatar to punish wickedness and to bring virtue once again to the fore. This is our mission. This is why we have been brought to this path. This is why this great avatar came to the West, to bring a power that I don't think was ever brought here before. A power, what a great blessing it is for us to be able to serve that light and to do our humble little best to awaken that light in others. If we want to be disciples, then that is how we can find God.
This is such a wonderful day. It's a sacred day. It's a holy day. And it's such a beautiful topic to think about the guru-disciple relationship that's eternal. It's an eternal bond that we've had with Master, we've had with our gurus, we've had with Swamiji, we've had with the teachings, with Kriya, with the spiritual path, perhaps with each other. It's an eternal bond that is familiar to us. The vibration is familiar, the music is familiar, the chants are familiar, the gurus' faces are familiar, their readings. Everything has a familiarity to it because it's our own. And Master came to us through Divine Mother. God chooses the guru. We don't choose our own guru and select and like this and not like this. Divine Mother sends the guru when the disciple is ready. And it's the most precious relationship on earth. We may think that our spouse or our children or relatives or whoever are more important, but they're not. God is really the only answer. And God brings all the relatives, the husband, the wife, the children, the grandparents, and everybody who we have, our friends. It's Divine Mother behind them. Divine Mother, through our parents, gives us a physical birth, but the guru, God through the guru, gives a spiritual birth in light, in joy, in peace, and we become the child of the guru, not a student anymore, taking notes and asking questions. We become the child. And the father, the mother to the child, what do they give? They give absolutely everything. And so the guru gives to the disciple his spiritual inheritance, his spiritual wealth, everything, the spiritual perceptions, consciousness, joy, Shakti, power, experience of God. The guru gives everything as the disciple allows him to give it, as the disciple is open, is receptive to all those who received him. It says in the Bible, he gave the power to become the sons of God. The receptivity, the openness, the desire, the willingness, the interest, the attunement bring the guru's grace. Some seem like they have more than others because they're more open to. Master said in our beautiful purification ceremony, open your heart. The master says, open your heart to me, and I will enter and take charge of your life. That openness, that desire to know is something that we each have to deepen. Then the guru can draw you. In the beginning of the path, we know the story of how Master drew Swamiji to him and blessed him immediately as a monk, a renunciate, a monk, and as a disciple. And Master has drawn each of us through one way or another. We've come onto the path, and then the guru gives a path, teachings, techniques, places we can go to get the teachings. A direct disciple, Swami Kriyanandaji, Ananda Village, other places around the world where we have Guru Bhais and centers, all of the teachings through the books and the music that we have. It's all laid out by Master, and our job is to open ourselves to it and to follow and to be loyal. People do a variety of things, and it's just like Master's teaching. It's just like Hong Sa. It's just like energization. How many times have I heard that? Well, why don't you do what he did and what he gave then? And as you do that, you'll find that you're just swimming in joy. There's so much of a blessing there. And Swamiji said also that he said one of the most important things is love for the guru. He said, all my doubts disappeared as I learned to love him more and love Master more. And Master asked Dr. Lewis before he taught him anything, he said, will you love me always as I will love you? And Master gave to Swamiji, he said, I give you my unconditional love. And that is what he's asking from us. And Doctor said to Master, he didn't know him. It was his first meeting. He didn't know the teachings. Same with Swamiji. It was first meeting in this lifetime. And then Doctor said, I said, yes, I would love him always. And he said, the reason why is because, you see, I could feel the love. And I think we felt Master's love. We felt the love of our gurus. And so we say, yes, we will follow. Yes, we will be loyal. There was a woman who told Master, well, I've found another guru. He can dematerialize his body and materialize on another hillside. And no one ever, I love what Swamiji said, nobody had ever seen it, but she claimed that. And she came back to Master, who had given her everything, and said, so I'm leaving this path and I'm going to follow him. This is called disloyalty. Master said loyalty is the highest law of God. And so Master said, well, okay, I will withdraw my ray. And Swamiji said, after a year, that lady came back and she just looked completely different. There's a particular ray, there's a vibration, there's a feeling, there's a joyful feeling, there's kindness in the eyes, there's an uplifted vibration, there's higher consciousness, there's peace, there's love in disciples of Master who stay in tune with him. Finally, I was remembering the story of Senor Quran, who met Master in this life, and he said to him that Master said to Quran, I lost sight of you for several lifetimes, but I won't lose sight of you again. And Senor Quran would tell Master, promise you won't lose sight of me. And Master said, I won't, I promise you. And Swamiji explained that the guru never loses sight of the disciple. It's the disciple who wanders off, goes off into this delusion and this one and that one, and comes back around finally and says, now I'm ready. And so Master is always there. It is us who need to get more and more attuned, more and more open, to open our hearts. Door of my heart open wide, I keep, is a beautiful chant of Master's. And there was one disciple who, he was very sweet, very loving. And in his mind all day, and why not today, have this in your mind, he would have, I love you, Master. I love you, Guru. I love you. That was his mantra. And then one day Master was walking by him. And of course, he knew all the thoughts of all the disciples. He said, he knows all of our thoughts as well. And Master said to this disciple, I love you too. Just keep that in your mind. The love of the Guru is God's love flowing through that instrument. As Master said, I killed Yogananda long ago. No one dwells in this temple now but God. And that one disciple said, I only see Divine Mother in you, Master. And Master took his cane and he tapped him. He said, well, behave accordingly then. So I think that's a wonderful message for us. It's only Divine Mother coming through Master and all of our gurus. We need to realize that and behave accordingly. And in that way, we can find God. I want to close with a beautiful excerpt from Swamiji's writings on why I love my Guru. It's brief. The whole writing is long, but I've just chosen an excerpt. Noble an institution as friendship is, it was not until I met my Guru that I came to understand the higher octaves. As a divine friend, he was perfection itself. For friendship should uplift, and that is something it does not always do. So long as it is between egos, it may only strengthen the ego. When I met Master, he said to me, I give you my unconditional love. No treasure, surely, could be greater than that sacred promise. He has fulfilled it in countless ways. More and more through the years, I have found him mentally guiding me, leading me toward inner freedom, filling me with inner bliss. I love my Guru, as he himself wrote about his own Guru, Swami Sri Yukteswarji, as the spoken voice of silent God. He was ever and is now more than ever my nearest, dearest companion. If I am right, I feel his inner smile. If I am wrong, I feel his inner encouragement to do better. He is on my side in every struggle against delusion. Could anyone be a better friend than that? Now we'll close with an excerpt from Autobiography of a Yogi read by Swami Kriyanandaji on the chapter, I Meet My Guru, Master's Meeting with Swami Sri Yukteswarji. Let's meditate on this beautiful, beautiful reading.
We pushed our way through the colorful medley of housewives, guides, priests, simply clad widows, dignified Brahmins, and the ubiquitous holy bulls. Passing an inconspicuous lane, I turned my head and surveyed the narrow length. A Christ-like man in the ochre robes of a Swami stood motionless at the end of the road. Instantly and anciently familiar he seemed. My gaze fed hungrily for a trice. Then doubt assailed me. You are confusing this wandering monk with someone known to you, I thought. Dreamer, walk on. After 10 minutes, I felt heavy numbness in my feet. As though turned to stone, they were unable to carry me further. Laboriously I turned around. My feet regained normalcy. I faced the opposite direction. Again the curious weight oppressed me. The saint is magnetically drawing me to him. With this thought, I heaped my parcels into the arms of Habu. He had been observing my erratic footwork with amazement, and now burst into laughter. What ails you? Are you crazy? My tumultuous emotion prevented any retort. I sped silently away. Retracing my steps as though wing-shod, I reached the narrow lane. My quick glance revealed the quiet figure, steadily gazing in my direction. A few eager steps, and I was at his feet. Gurudeva! The divine face was none other than he of my 1,000 visions. Those halcyon eyes and leonine head with pointed beard and flowing locks had oft peered through gloom of my nocturnal reveries, holding a promise I had not fully understood. Oh, my own, you have come to me. My guru uttered the words again and again in Bengali.
Let's meditate a few minutes. Feel Master's blessing in your heart. And whatever offering you like to make to the Guru from your heart, offer that now. Some change, some attitude you wish to change. Maybe deeper sadhana, meditation, more love, devotion, chanting. Just think of some gift you want to offer at the feet of Master and our Gurus today, on this sacred day. And let's share these blessings, the joy, and love of our gurus with the whole world on this special day. Let's rub our hands together and chant Om, sending waves of light and blessings out to the whole world. Om, Om, Om. We'll see just a few pictures of Master now as we close. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Happy Guru Purnima. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day.